everyone, and welcome back to another video. So for today's video I wanted to show you how I organize all my makeup and where I put it all for videos. Because I still live at home, I film everything from my bedroom, so everything that you see behind me is pretty much my room. So I'm sitting on my bed, I'm looking into the mirror that I have, using makeshift sort of shelving to make my tripod look a little bit bigger as well, which I can show you all. I think it's important to have some sort of organization with your makeup, so I'm just going to show you how I have everything. Quick room tour. So basically that's my setup with the lights, have a TV and pops. So under here I have a shelving unit. So this is where I keep my everyday makeup, and then over here in this box here I have other makeup that I can use for when I do something like someone else's makeup for a change, part of like nautical beauty or something. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what I have in these boxes. So to start off, this box here, I have my skincare box. Starts off with my special cleansing gel, my Dermalogica special cleansing gel. I have my Dermalogica daily microfoliant. I have some day and night creams. I have the Ordinary hyaluronic acid. In here I have some makeup wipes. I have the vitamin C cream from the Ordinary. I also have I have lashes apparently. I have a scrunchie so that I can just tie my hair up. Also have a headband to wrap around my head. I have this here, which is a Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion, which is good for sensitive skin. Relieves sensitive or itchy extra dry skin. I find I use this a lot if I've had days or using a lot of makeup, wiping it off and stuff. This just relieves it and calms it down a little bit. I have a fan brush. This fan brush is great for when I apply masks, especially if they're like clay masks or something. You can just mix it up and apply it to your face. Here I have an exfoliating clay mask from Burt's Bees. I've only used this a couple of times and it's quite good. And it goes on like clay, and then you wipe it off with, you wash it off with water, and because it's exfoliating, you basically exfoliate as it comes off. And of course, I have tweezers. Always good to have a pair of tweezers wherever. So that's in my skincare box. Now I'm going to go on and show you what's in my makeup bag and where and what type of makeup I have handy, pretty much. So I have another box here. This has all my brushes, all the brushes that I may use throughout the day if I'm doing a basic eye. Then they'll be there. It's all like my powder brushes, my bronzing brush, everything is pretty much in here. I have separate brushes for if I do makeup on someone else, on a client. So there are my brushes. And then I have this here. This here is a little makeup bag that I use It's handy if I need to take it away anywhere. It's basically just an old clutch bag that I use, and in it has everything that I use for a daily makeup look, pretty much. I'm just going to show you what's inside of it. So I have 2 lots of translucent powder. This one I use most of. Yeah, the BYS translucent loose powder. And then this one here is the OXX Studio translucent setting powder. Same thing, except this one is white and this one is a light sort of colour. I have this here, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless and Matte powder. It opens up, it has the compact, and then underneath it's got a little mirror and a sponge. Sometimes I like to take that out with me as well in my bag. If I'm spending a lot of time out for the day, I can just touch up any of my oily spots. I have also in here my bronzer. Once again, the Maybelline City Bronzer. That sits in there. I have concealers. It all depends on how I'm feeling for the day. I've been using this one a lot recently, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. And then this one here is the Maybelline concealer in the shade 5, like so. I also have my brow pencil. At the end it has the spoolie, and then just brush the brows, and then on this side it has the actual crayon itself. I have this, which is just a black eyeliner, like so. It's a felt tip liquid eyeliner. I have that in there. Have some highlight. I have my foundation. It's a foundation that I use every single time. If you watch all my videos, then you will be aware of this. I also have primers. This here is the OXX Studio Anti-Blemish Studio Primer. It basically comes out green. I've used this a couple of times. It's supposed to reduce the redness, but we'll see. I haven't used much of it. But then I've also got the trusty Australis one. Also have a mascara, which is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is only a travel one because I wanted to try it, so that's the one that I've been using at the moment. I do have in the case some Maybelline ones that I do like to use. I also have some color corrector concealer. It's always good. Remember, green and red are opposite, so it helps cover it up. And of course some gloss. Either use the gloss or I use a lip balm, which is actually in my bag. So that's what's in the makeup bag. Outside the makeup bag, I have my blush and eyeshadow palettes. Because they are too big to just fit in the bag, I put them separately on the shelf. To start off, obviously my blush has some highlights as well. Now I have 3 eyeshadow palettes that I have, and I like to use some on the daily. I have my Morphe and James Charles palette, which I use quite often. Has some beautiful colours in it. I absolutely love this palette. I have a Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. Before I open it, I want to explain what happened. Now this palette I recently purchased and I have it on my shelf, and one day my nephew came into my room and decided that he wanted to do some makeup. All I can say is never trust a quiet toddler. Sadly, he got into this palette. I have been able to save quite a bit of it. Like, a lot of the colors are still able to be used, like still right to be used, but yeah, never trust a quiet toddler. And lastly, the other palette that I have is just a normal Morphe palette. It has all the neutral sort of colors in it. This palette I use daily. If I'm just doing a basic look, this palette is the one that I will use. So those are the 3 types of palettes that I have just sitting on this shelf. I also have a setting spray. The one that I have been using as of recently is the Jeffree Star and Morphe setting spray. Actually smells like strawberries. So it is the Starberry scent and it smells like strawberries. I also have my little mirror, and if I decide that I wanted to do anything else, I always have either backup in the box behind me or I don't have it. So as you guys know, I have been filming and I do post every single Friday. I do these videos because I enjoy them. I do these videos because it is something that it's kind of like a hobby for me to do. I want to be able to give ideas and some tips to people that may not know what to use, may not know different products. I don't do this because I want to be famous. I don't do this because I want people to recognize me. I do this solely because I enjoy it. I enjoy filming. I enjoy the editing process. Although it is hard to come up with ideas, and I would like be open to any suggestions. If you guys have anything that you would like me to cover, if you have anything that you would like me to talk about, please do let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.